What's up, guys? Today we are going to go over our Forever Lighting estimation sheet and how you guys can help use it to estimate projects that you have coming up and how it can streamline this process for you. So on our first tab, we have your company info. This page you're probably only going to have to fill out one time and then it'll be set forever. So all you have to do is fill out your company contact information, address, name, email, phone number, and once you do that, then you got to put in your sales rep's information. That way the customer and the homeowner has the information that they need to get in contact with the sales rep when they're ready to proceed with the job. Next, simple as deposit required. Let's go with the 40% deposit and the number of workers on your average crew, whether it's 2, 2.5, 3, whatever it is, slap that in, you'll be ready to go. On to the installation time and costs. So this is going to be a variable page that you can change throughout time. So the dollar amount is the installation cost per unit. So if you're doing an angled cut, charging $15 per cut. If you're doing feet ran without lights from your transformer to your lights, charging 50 cents per foot. And then this is your actual installation cost per foot for your lights itself. So if you're doing a ranch, you're going to want to charge about $33 per foot, where, Victorian style homes and bigger style homes are going to be closer to 42. The other thing is how many feet you can install in 1 hour. So obviously your smaller homes, you could do more, your bigger homes, you could do less. And this you could change depending on what you see happening on job sites and how long it's taking you and so forth. Any cell in yellow, feel free to change yourself. Next, when you go to the client information, you're going to fill out the actual homeowner's information. So we're going to Miss Smith's house today. And she's on 123 My Street, Unit 3. And then a couple things that are important at the bottom is the tax rate and the average amount of hours it's used per night. Right there. Fill those cells out, and then you're going to head over to the actual proposal. So on the proposal, you're going to choose the type of track that you're using. 3/4 inch hat track's your main track. Let's say her house is 120 feet of that, and the color's white. Our second track, let's say she has a part of the house that's a little different, so we're going to use some commercial track, and we're going to use it in a color, and let's say we need 20 feet of that, and we're going to pick our color to be pewter, and it gives you a little color sample right there. Next, you're going to go ahead and select that property style. Let's say she lives in a contemporary style home, and you're going to need to do about 4 cuts on her property. The transformer is going to be placed about 15 feet away from the beginning of the lights. And because we're only doing 140 feet of lights, we are going to need to use the bigger transformer. So we're going to have to go ahead and select that 150 control box. And she only needs 1 of those. And we're going to put the transformer in the back of the home. Cool, so now a bunch of information populated in here. Obviously our contract total, the sales tax, the total amount for the project, installation due for a deposit, and due upon install, as well as the estimated cost to run the system for 1 year, going off of how many hours a night she's using the system, and the average cost per kilowatt hour. Again, depending on whether you go for a painted track or a not painted track is really going to affect the cost of that home. So keep that in mind when customers are weary of their budget. Next thing you're going to do is hop over to this job details page. This is for you as a contractor to know what you're actually going to need for when you do the installation project. Types of track required, how many pucks you're going to need of each style, what the actual breakdown of the cost is per foot, additional cost for cuts, runs without any lights on it, and your total for the job. It's also going to tell you how many average hours it should take to do this project. So we're estimating it's going to take you about 2.5 hours to do this project with your 3-man crew. It's going to take 7.1 man hours. Finally, to top it all off, once your project's done, you can cost it out right on this page, putting in how many data extensions you used, how many different power cords you used, and the amount of wire that you used to give you a really accurate amount of material costs. Last thing you're going to fill in right here is the hours spent on the installation. Let's say our guy spent 2 hours there. We made $414 per man per hour on this project then, which is great money for a job like this. Guys, if you have any questions, feel free to give us a call, 631-803-XMAS, and I hope this helped.